Folks, welcome back. If those new to my channel, I am a prior enlisted officer, Air Force officer, which means I have dragged my butt and family all across the world. I've been on over 50 Air Force bases around the world, freezing up in the Arctic, up in Greenland. I've, of course, grilled down in the Texas heat and suffered the occasional having to surf on beaches around the world. Yes, the Air Force people do surf. I've eaten more base chow than I care to admit, and today I'm counting down my top U.S. Air Force bases. The ones actually worth fighting in traffic for, worth the BAH, and worth enduring the occasional rove or roommate who maybe ate half of your food in the dorm fridge. All right, let's go. Number 10, Grand Forks Air Force Base, North Dakota. Maybe you'll hate on me, but I don't know. Quality of life, very quiet, stable. Doesn't feel like a war movie when you go outside. Housing on base neighborhoods, very tight-knit community. Median home value lists right now on Zillow as $264,000. Things to do. Winters are long and brutal, of course, but if you're into ice fishing, snowmobiling, just accidental dread of the dark, then this is your real paradise. And the food is really good on the base there. Family life, great schools, low crime, solid choice if you want predictability, and very cheap bacon. Number 9, Dyess Air Force Base, Texas. Some people might hate it, but I'm telling you, good old West Texas, wide open space, very cheap cost of living, slow pace, base vibes, small town, tight-knit community. I would say it's very stable and very friendly. Affordable houses, reliable schools, Abilene nearby, shopping on weekend. Of course, it does shut down at certain times. Adventures, if you like stargazing, desert rides, pretending you're in a weird spaghetti western version, then they'll make you fit in. Number 8, I'm going to go Fairchild Air Force Base, Washington. Beauty factor, you can't beat the forest, rivers, more trees you can shade a PT belt at. I would say it's natural beauty meets outdoor adventure. Hiking, fishing, hunting, skiing. Of course, in the winter, depends how good your shoveling game is. Access to great schools, a very calm city feel, and nature all around means fewer regions if you want to rage quit into civilian life. Number 7, I gotta go MacDill Air Force Base. It is paradise-ish. Sun surf beaches if you serve here, and the ideal PT might be running in the waves. Housing is not dirt cheap. It is a little expensive there, but Florida and lifestyle is not exactly losing bets either. So I would say it's a very strong pick for families. It's very nice there. Tampa nightlife is great. Great food, boating, fishing. Plenty to distract you from base life. Quality of life is excellent for families who don't mind mosquitoes and maybe a little hot sun. Number 6, gotta go Joint Base San Antonio Lackland. Why it's great, San Antonio is huge, but base feels manageable. And there are some affordable housing. If you go a little further out, you can pay $70,000 for some of those parks out there. Amenities, big commissary, big exchange, shopping, medical facilities are very top-notch. Water parks, lakes, Tex-Mex in every corner. Maybe a Spurs game. I'd love to see in Wemby if you want to blow some money in your BAH. Also, solid pediatric care, schools, and great military community. Up next, Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. Desert training, gorgeous sunsets, being right there in Phoenix is phenomenal. I loved being in that whole area. Football games, etc. Why it's great for flying, of course, surprise. Also good for raising a family, not just, of course, tumbleweeds. Hiking, mountain biking, maybe a little off-roading. Phoenix is close enough so you can do weekend getaways. Cost is very moderate. Housing is a lot more affordable than a lot of the coastal bases. Up next, Wright-Patterson Base, Ohio. Very number one. I see it a lot on lists, and I think it's very nice there. People are so incredibly great. Schools, cost of living, and medical. The community on base in downtown is really strong. Great for long-term stability. This is the kind of base where like your kids would want to grow up and stay there. National Museum of the U.S. Air Force, local parks, suburban, without being boring. Up next, gotta go Scott Air Force Base, Illinois. Number 3. So this is rural meets like a city option. You have a small base, but big perks. I can definitely see it how some people would even rate it even higher than number 3. Median cost of living, you can get some areas that are so cheap. Like I'm talking $57,000 right now. Commute, transit, Metrolink, you can take that around. It's actually really easy to commute around there. I recently was at a conference and was able to get to parts of Missouri over in St. Louis really easily from Scott. Quality of life, very low cost of living, good schools. Axe St. Louis, that culture of sports, and that overpriced downtown coffee if you like that. Number 2, we're going to head over to seas to Ramstein. I loved being over in Ramstein. Kaiserslaughten's nice. The food's great. Living abroad, of course. Free travel hacks, Schnitzel, castles. Christmas markets are so cool. You can get some really great stuff there. The DODEA schools are very safe. Walkable German towns. excellent schools, international mindset. The healthcare is really solid. Things to do. You have weekend trips. If you want to go to Paris, Prague, the Alps, you're centrally located. You can just drive all over there and see all those great places in Europe. All right, and my number one, I gotta go Hickam Air Force Base. Joint Base Pearl Harbor-Hickam is in Hawaii, of course. It is numero uno for me because that island life meets Air Force. It's like living paradise, but with more PT and less Mai Tai, and while you're still in uniform. Cost of living is high, I will tell you that. Of course, your BAH will help out there, and you'll get overseas housing, so a little different there. So you get a little extra money because of it. Of course, life off base is beaches, surfing. I loved surfing there, snorkeling, hiking up volcanic ridge lines. Your PT run might turn into a beach jog. Top-notch support, great schools. The military community is tight, and quality of life. If you applied to a permanent duty station there, I don't know, you say YOLO. All right, so that's my list of the top Air Force bases I'd put on my dream sheet right now if I could choose. Every base has its trade-offs: cost, weather, duty, quality of life. These are places where duty doesn't feel like a punishment. It feels like an adventure, and at least tolerable one with great housing and community. All the bases I've been to, I've talked to people all around, and they love those places. If you're getting rid of PCS, you're a brand new airman, just wondering where to ask, this is a good list or a place to start. Even if you end up somewhere totally different, let me know in the comments which places you've been and have loved or hated. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because who knows, my next video might be top 10 worst Air Force bases. Until then, fly safe, live smart, and keep that PT belt clenched tight.